Welcome back to the Dex and Randi Show, the number one show for going through the ups and downs of life. Stay tuned. You're coming up next. What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Dex and Randi Show. I'm your host, Dex. Welcome back for another episode, y'all. I'm excited to have you with us. It is episode 51, and we got a lot to talk about, a lot to chop it up about. But before we get into anything, I got to introduce my beautiful, amazing, I always got all the adjectives for her, but I can't even think of everything to describe this woman. You know what I'm saying? She keeps me on my toes. She keeps me challenging myself, making myself better every day. You know what I mean? It's just the whole ride along the way, picking me up when I'm low. You know what I mean? Celebrating me when I'm up. What's up, man? You know I was about to keep getting. Look. You're like, yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming. Nah, we keeping it short. But what's up, man? How you doing?
Hi, everyone. I am Randi, the co-host of the Dex and Randi Show.
It's nice to see you today.
It's nice to see you as well. How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
All is well. I can't complain. But before we get into this episode, I would like to shout out our sponsors, Basden Accounting, Basden Accounting LLC, the number one firm for all your business needs, taxes, advisory, accounting, payroll, whatever it is, Basden Accounting can take care of your needs. And we are getting closer and closer to December 31st, 2024. And if you don't know what that means, then you really need some accounting. Because if you want to take advantage of anything for 2024 when it comes to tax planning, now is the time. Get at Basden Accounting LLC.
I love that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you have to do that. It's you know what I mean? All jokes aside, we serious about business, and it's that time of the year where if you ain't already been planning, it's not too late to know what's gonna happen before the year starts. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get yourself ready. You gotta know what's gonna happen tax time. You know what I mean? What's it looking like? But even learning what you should have did so you can get those things in place next year is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? One thing we got to say about that, year end is when you're going to prepare your financial statements. Now, if you're a business out there and you ain't even got financial statements, you ain't got no books, then we ain't really talking to y'all. I'm sorry. You guys are not even serious yet. But damn financials at the end of the year, what do they tell you? They tell you how your business is done for the entire year. And you can look at them and know, well, this is what happened, but what am I expecting next year? And you got to start asking yourself that question now, because if next year you think it's going to look a whole lot different than this year, well, what does that mean? You're going to be making more money, less money. You're going to have more employees, less employees. You're going to have a new business line or not. You're going to be selling things and maybe having inventory next year and you didn't have it this year. Maybe you want to advertise next year. Like, what does it mean? Like, you got to start with these financials of this year. And if you got to plan for something, you got to start knowing where you're at so you can start thinking about where you're going. So hit up Basden Accounting today. It's important. You know what I mean? If you're serious about business. Now, if you're not serious about business, it's okay. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep bumping into things and reacting. But over here, we don't be reacting. We be planning. We be strategizing. We be optimizing. And that's what we encourage you to do. But anyway, thank you, Bear. You know what I mean? Nice to see you today. You know what I mean? You got your all black on. You know what I mean? But you look beautiful.
Yeah, I had to show up.
Yeah, nah, it's
I was having a nice little nap.
Hey, so hold up to that deal. So first of all, we keep it real on our podcast. So we supposed to be porting. We had a whole plan, like we about to get in the podcast studio at 2:30 and everything. So I put the baby down and got everything ready. And I came upstairs. I thought Randy was gonna be in the podcast studio. I thought everything's gonna be set up. And she was in the bed cooking. Nice little slow cook. I was calling Elaine. Look, I went in the bathroom. I'm like, Randy. No answer. Then I heard something behind me. She was like, hey. I look, I'm like, nah, she's all tucked in the
That
bed.
afternoon nap.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm
Yeah, but I
saying?
had just got out the shower and we just had work done in our bathroom. So y'all, we have had paper blinds
Hmm.
for 8 years in our bathroom.
Hey, I didn't even know you was about to put that out there.
It no,
But
well,
what had them? The
oh,
paper blinds for a long
paper
time.
blinds from when we first moved in, but the whole rest of the house has blinds now. We've been neglecting ourselves.
I know.
So we had some work done in the bathroom and the paper blinds are gone, but the new blinds have not come in. So I found myself in the boys' bathroom showering, and their shower head is
Mm.
so much better than what we got going on. Like it just felt so
I'm about to
good.
find out in
You
a
about to
little bit.
find out? Yeah,
Yeah,
the water
I
was so hot. And I came
am.
out that shower. I was like, let me just lay down for a second
And that
and
second,
that was it.
y'all been there. That little second. Why do we even think that? We get in the bed and we're like, we're just gonna lay down for a second. As if we're not gonna go sleep. But we all do it. We're like, I ain't getting sleep. I'm just gonna put my head down. Why are you putting your head down?
I don't know, but I needed that.
You know what I'm
I feel
saying?
all refreshed.
I know.
Yeah.
I need to go where you at.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah. So
saying?
I'm gonna definitely have that shower head changed.
Yeah, but you know what though? I know we ain't the only people that put our money for ourselves last. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody else got the new furniture, the painting, whatever it was. And like we always, mommy, daddy, parents, you know what I mean? You always kind of put yourself last. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody, our room was the worst room, style wise and decorating and all that.
It still is.
Well, I mean, all right. It still is. And it's just like, I think we're gonna get better at it, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's nice to get some nice things, and I like the paint in the bathroom. I know I didn't say a whole lot about it, but I do like it.
Thank you.
I like it a lot. You know what I
Thank
mean? It
you.
makes it look I don't want to say newer, but like fresher.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give it
Yeah,
some life.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everything's not just plain color. Like it's like literally
Yeah.
like a little pop in there.
And it goes with the rest of the house. Like literally everybody's room, living room, dining room, kitchen,
Mm.
like everybody has something new
And
except for us.
it looks like grayish but bluish
Blue
at the same
undertone or
time.
something.
So
Yeah, I like it.
it's not like a flat, boring gray. It's like gray, but then it's a little life in there. I think
Mhm.
that's the blue
Yeah,
pop in
yeah,
there. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh, thank you.
I tell you, I like it. I was tired last night, so I didn't have a whole lot to say about it.
Yeah.
Listen, it's holiday time. Everybody knows when you're eating all that Thanksgiving food, you eating all that turkey, all that ham, all that, you know what I mean? And first of all, before I even go down the hill menu, bless to all my family members, you know what I mean? My friends, moms, the Lord, of course, for putting these people in our lives that know how to cook. You know what I mean? Bringing good food to Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Am I good to say Thanksgiving? Because you know you don't like to date your holidays. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. I was just
I
thinking
know you
that.
was thinking that.
Like,
I could see right in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? But we had a holiday recently. Is that good enough? We had a recent holiday that happened to have turkey in it. You could put it together if you want. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this with all seriousness because first and foremost, my mom's is doing better. For anybody that's been listening to us during the journey, like, listen, man, it's been tough, but the Lord is showing out right now. So we're gonna take these ups and seeing my mama in the kitchen doing her thing, hosting, everything was beautiful. The punch was good, the food was good, the mac and cheese was good, turkey was good, lamb was great. You know what I mean? The potatoes, like everything just came together nice and just watching her like elevate and look good and connect with people and laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like the energy was up, so that was beautiful. And I got to meet my little cousin. I got a new baby cousin. I want to call him my nephew though. I feel like he
because
just
the age difference.
I just want to call him my nephew, but it's my first cousin. But you don't need to know. We call
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be Uncle
I think
Dax.
you will be
I'm gonna
Uncle
be
Dex because
Uncle
I think I'm
Dax.
Aunt Miranda.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Uncle Dax. But
Yeah.
he was so peaceful. You know what I'm saying, y'all?
He's 3 weeks. He's a
His
newborn.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if y'all realize if you got kids and you ever get around somebody else and they got a newborn baby, you kind of get the fever. You start getting the itch for another one.
You
You know
got
what
the
I'm saying?
fever?
Fever's high. I'm
Man.
overheating. I was sitting there holding it. But see, here's the thing. When I was holding him, I was thinking like, yeah, this feel. I don't know. I was happy. Like I'm holding, But then what it was when you grabbed for her. Listen, yo, I'm not serious. When I was holding my little cousin, my nephew, you know what I'm saying? I was in love, like, cause it's so sweet and like I'm so happy for my uncle and all that, you know what I'm saying? But then when you grab for him and you grab for him where the baby is facing out versus in, it's just this unique little thing. It's like a lion holding a cub. You know what I'm saying? Like if you ever watch Lion King, like you just holding the baby, and I was just watching, I was like, I miss that. I miss seeing you in that element of like taking care of an infant. Like you're special. The way you do it, the way you connect is special to see. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm not trying, I'm not
No, that's
trying,
I
but I'm
appreciate
I'm I'm
that.
no serious. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying? But I've had that many times with you. I'm
Mhm.
thankful for everything. It's not. But just watching you and like you're just such a natural. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
thank
You're just such a
you.
natural. So that was beautiful.
And even when I was holding him, I don't know if you noticed, but I let the mother sit down and
I
eat.
know. I saw you. I saw you. Cause your mama, you know what it's like. You let her eat first.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and the other thing that shows how great a mama you are, serious, is I looked over there and you was looking in the bag or something. I don't know if it was for our son or for him, but you was looking in a bag or doing something, and Caleb was holding the baby up. And I was just like amazed. I don't know if you remember this, but you was only Caleb was like holding the baby while
I
you
was
was
yeah.
doing
I don't
something.
know what I was looking
I
for,
don't
but
know
yeah,
what you
yeah,
was doing,
yeah.
and I was just like, and I knew you must have told him like, do this, do that, don't do like,
Right,
because
right,
he was
right.
so focused on what he was
Hold
doing.
his head.
Yeah, but he was. I was just like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow, like that was just crazy. You
Well,
know
you
what I
know
mean?
what I did? I mean, I am a natural. At this point, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
vet, like 4 kids.
Right,
But
right.
when I was looking at myself in the mirror, I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Like this don't look like me. So not
No,
to me anymore.
yeah.
Not to know. It feels fine,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just looking at myself like, you getting up there.
Girl, you ain't getting up
I
nowhere,
am.
man.
I'm getting up there in age.
That's all right.
It's cool.
Well, here's the real talk, y'all. I want a baby. Randy don't want a baby, and it's okay. So you know what? That's part of life too. So real thing about relationships, and I'ma just go to a certain line with it. But me and Randy, we have multiple children together. We got 3 boys. We got a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's certain things that come with having kids later in life and stuff like that. And me and Randy's had some tough conversations because I love to have another kid, and I think she is at a point where she feels like, health wise is dangerous. She's past that point in her life and stuff like that. But of course she probably wants to try to make me happy, but not make me happy. And if y'all are out there, I want y'all to know, like, real talk is not an easy discussion. It is not an easy thing to go through. Women, I know it's got to be hard for you because you're the one that's got to have a baby. And fellas, it's hard for you because, like, what happens when you want different things? You know what I'm saying? And this is just one of their moments. I don't even know how it's going to end. You know,
Yeah, I don't know either,
I don't
cause
know either.
God, I keep getting these visions
Hmm.
from the Lord that's showing me another child.
Yeah,
So that's the other thing. I'm like, not my will, but
yeah,
your
but
will,
but
God. So
but it's all right to be real that me and you have not always had the most pleasant conversations about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's because it's so much. Like the funny thing is, what I want y'all to take away is like you and your spouse could be going through a tough time because one wants to have a baby, one doesn't want to have a baby. What do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do with that? Like, the wife don't want to have a baby, but you want to have a baby, or vice versa. Like, sometimes compromise is not one person getting half of what they want. Like, with this is no compromise really. It's either one person's gonna get what they ultimately want, or the other person is gonna band 100%. There's no half a baby. You know what I'm saying? But my advice for y'all, which I think me and Randy's getting better at, my advice for you guys would be, don't forget what it's really, really about. Sometimes the most beautiful things in the world can seem like problems because one person's not getting their way 100%. And what I recognize is, and it's also, you got to remember, love and intention, all those things, but like underneath all of this, I love you and I want to have a baby with you. That is nothing wrong with that. It does. You see what I'm saying? And you love me, and that doesn't change. But sometimes we can get all mixed up in all these emotions and stuff, and something that at the core of it is like pure and beautiful and great. Because we're married, we're supposed to want to have a family together. You got what I'm saying? That can turn into something negative because it don't happen the way you want. And so I am trying to stay away from that because I know at the end of the day, I'm just looking at a woman that I love that I want to have a baby with, and that's not a bad thing. It could go bad if we can't find a way to get through it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa for you. You love your husband, you want to make your husband happy. I'm sure I won't speak for you. You know what I'm saying? But what does that mean for you? It's hard. You know what I'm saying? But we got to keep communicating, and we got to know that at some point it may not go one person's way. And I do recognize that. Now, what I will say respectfully, you know what I'm saying? That often, if it has to be one way or the other, I do think that I put my hand up and let it go your way. Because, like I do think I do that. You might disagree, but maybe that's the man's job. But I do think I have a track record of saying, all right, I'll go your way in, because there's no middle ground. I do think I do that.
Mm,
No?
I mean, I don't. What do I really ask for though?
You want to go there?
Yeah.
um, I don't know. I mean, it's not about what you ask for. It's more about what I ask for. I'm the one that usually asks for stuff. You don't usually ask. Randy don't ever ask for nothing. Randy always
Oh,
cool. I be the one asking for stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Randy be the one saying yes or no. But that's all right.
cool.
But anyway, we gonna see where this goes. I don't think this will be any time we'll bring up this topic, but
I think
it
it's an
had me.
ongoing
It's an ongoing thing.
conversation.
And if you see us with a new baby, you know what I'm saying? That'd be beautiful. And if you don't, we got a beautiful family. But I just want to advise you guys, like, don't walk away from the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and Randy be getting back and forth right now, but like, don't walk away from the conversation because it's still in your heart, even if you're not talking about it. So if I really want a baby and Miranda doesn't, and I know that, the worst thing I could do is just shut down and stop talking to her about it. Because I'm end up talking to somebody about it. Because you have to get it out, because that's how you feel. And then vice versa. Let's say if Randy knows I want to have a baby so bad and she don't want to do it, but she could never bring up the topic around me because she knows that I'm gonna be upset or whatever, then there's emotions that you're going through that you can't talk to me about, and then that causes separation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, let me clarify something though,
Yeah.
because when you say like she don't want to have another baby, I don't like how that sounds.
So what is it?
So it's not even that. It's just I think that our family is complete. So,
Break that down.
well, we have four children, multiple ages. We're busy. When we travel, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They cost a lot.
Mm-hmm.
College, private school, daycare, additional speech therapy twice a week. Like there's cost. Cost is not the biggest thing, but I'm just saying like I kind of start thinking about when is it time for us? We don't have a whole lot of help now.
Mm-hmm.
So I started thinking about lifestyle. I started thinking about I'm getting older
Mm-hmm.
and physically, I mean, I'm probably fine. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying like I take that into consideration even like when is it about me?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm about to put on what 50 pounds. I'm
Mm-hmm.
already struggling to lose the 30 that I want to lose now. So I just don't like saying, "Oh, she don't want to have any more kids." Like I love my children.
Yeah, but I know you do.
Yeah,
I know
I
you
love my
do.
children. I would love my future children too.
Mm-hmm.
So if I should have another one, I wouldn't want the child to think, "Oh, my mother didn't want me," because that's not true.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. Though I'm glad we're having this conversation on the podcast today, because that's why you got to watch how you communicate too, because that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say you don't want a baby, like you don't want to have children, but I am saying that in this moment, there's something that I would want to do that you don't want to do for whatever reasons. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you don't want your kid, is that you don't want to go and have one. Doesn't mean you wouldn't want it if you had one. That's not what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I
Because
wanted to clear it up.
no, I got you. I got you. But everything you're saying, here's the difference. Everything you're saying is the exact same thing that I think.
I agree.
I think the same thing. And that's why communication is important. Like, y'all listening, like, do you think, I mean, y'all don't know me, but I'll be real. Like, do I care about my woman's health? Yes. Do I care about the fact that she's getting older? Yes. Do I care about having more help? Yes. Do I care about finances? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Do I care about what it would impact with the family? Like, I care about all these things that you're saying. It's just at the end, what is the end result? Like, we could have the same set of facts and considerations, and you know what I'm saying, but the outcome for one could be I think it's complete and I don't necessarily want to do it, or whatever word you want to use, and the other person could be like, I still want to do it. And I think that's the difference. Like, you see what I'm saying? And I think
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes we look at the person's outcome, like the final decision, and be like, oh, that's it. And that's not the case. Because you could easily sit there and be like, well, dang, I'm telling my husband that I care about my weight. I care about, you know what I mean? The fact that we don't have help and finances and blah, blah, blah. And if you're not realizing that we're on the same page and like the considerations, you could just hear me saying, oh, I want to have a baby. And you could take it like, I don't care about those things. I'm not taking your health seriously. I'm not taking, I am. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't feel that way
No,
though.
but I'm just saying you could if we weren't talking about it,
Right.
but we do talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But I love you.
I
You know what
love
I'm
you
saying? I
too.
appreciate the family that we have. I'm blessed with the family we have. And I hope that anybody listening to our podcast can know that we could have these conversations. You know what I mean? This is a tough conversation to have for people that have kids already or don't have any kids. Like, having kids, period, is a huge decision, one of the biggest decisions you ever have in your life. You could be somebody out there that's never had a kid before, and you're getting with somebody, and one of the things you might want to know is, do you want to have a family one day or not? What if they don't? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a similar conversation but different.
Do you remember when we were first dating and I asked you if you wanted to have kids?
Yeah.
If you wanted to have a kids and you was like, "Oh, you thought about having a family with me?"
Uh-huh. Hey, but you know what I mean? But here we are, you know what I'm
I
saying?
know, y'all. I was so embarrassed when he said,
Hey, but I picked up on this was early. We weren't even together, but Randy
"Mm-mm,"
was sitting there saying something, and I'm like, this girl want to have a baby for me, huh?
and I was like, "I was just asking." You was like, "You wouldn't have asked that question if
that's
you weren't
that's what
thinking
I'm
about
saying.
having a family with me."
Hmm.
I was so embarrassed.
But it's all good too,
Yeah,
because
it's
you
all
was
good.
thinking that
I,
you weren't planning it. You didn't
maybe
think it was gonna happen, but
subconsciously.
subconsciously it was like, huh? Like, listen, I'm glad you said that because, in all honesty, man, we make stuff complicated. But yo, if y'all out there listening, listen, man. If you get into a car, you meet a girl, you go into a job or an interview, sometimes within 10 to 15 seconds, something has happened that lets you know, I like this. I want to be next to this. I want to be a part of this. Like, it happens all the time. Now, you might need more information to commit and go forward and all that type of stuff, but like, really, if you don't think it's true, go out to the bar and meet somebody. Within 15 seconds, you might realize, I want to keep this conversation going, or nah, I need to keep moving down the line. It happens all the time. It's something like with people's energy. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you feel in the moment. And you may not know. So I didn't mean to embarrass you, but like, real talk, I felt the same way about you in a different way. Because the first day I met you, I didn't know you from nothing, but I knew you was mad cool within like 20 seconds.
Mhm.
I could just feel it. I'm like, oh, you cool. I knew you was cool when you was telling me you had a friend and you weren't trying to check for me like that. But I still knew you was cool though. It's
Yeah.
just the way you did it, the way you presented yourself. So I knew you were a kind of person that I wouldn't mind being around. I would like being around. And it's okay to know those things right away. Now, does that mean you could be in love at first sight and stuff? I don't know. People have different opinions on that. But don't think that you always need so much information to know if you like something. Sometimes it's just something you feel like right away. You know what I'm saying? Like you hop in the car, you be like, I don't know if I'm gonna buy it, but I sure like how this feels.
Yeah.
I like how this looks. You know what I mean? Then you might go test drive it and be like, nah, it's not what I thought. But that initial attraction to things, it happens kind of quick, and some of it is not. You can't even really explain it. You know what I mean? It's just an energy. But we had that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The other thing I'm gonna tell y'all when it comes, I didn't even know we was going this way today. But one thing I love about Randy, and if y'all in a relationship or you got a friendship, always appreciate those people that could pick up when you're not comfortable or when you are scared or worried, and they could sense those things and they do something about it. Nah, that's one thing with you for whatever reason. I was able to pick up early with you when you're not comfortable with things, and that to me that's just as important as us getting along and stuff. But I remember that time I was at my friend's house. You remember what I'm talking about, right? You remember what I'm talking about?
Elaborate for me.
When you was all panicking and you
Oh.
was all terrified, and we was about to leave there. You was thinking that the police might pull us over and all that type of craziness.
Mhm.
But like, and even like just a couple minutes ago when I brought up the thing with the baby, like I could just look at you and I know like, oh, she's a little unsure right now. I could always pick up like when you're comfortable and when you're like worried. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I've been able to do that from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you could do that with me though. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I
I
know I
don't
can
know.
pick up when you angry.
Well, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. You
Yeah.
know. But I love this relationship that we've grown. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't easy, yo. It ain't easy to find yourself married for so many years with kids. And one thing that, it sounds simple, but you gotta communicate. And communicating is hearing the things you don't want to hear, not agreeing on things. One person wants to do one thing, one person wants to do the other, and it's like, well, what do we do? A lot of y'all split up. A lot of y'all stay together when you guys are wanting the same things, and then as soon as somebody wants something different, you think that they changed on you. But they didn't change on you. They just are changing, and you don't want to change with them. You don't love them enough to change with them. You know what I'm saying? But that
Hmm. This
what?
is interesting.
I mean, can I get my thought out? I mean, jeez, can I just drop it? Like, let me drop. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got there yet. Let
Oh,
me
go
drop.
ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
but it's real. Like people change. You know what I mean? People change all the time. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta really love them. Why you looking at me like that? But you see this girl? Look, it's so good.
I'm gonna tell you why. Go
I
ahead. I'll let you finish.
don't even want to nah. But anyway, no. Serious though. You think people change on you like it's a negative thing, but when you get married, you got a best friend or whatever, like true relationship. All the things that you say that you're gonna do for them, a lot of us don't do. You know what I'm saying? And that person that's next to you right now, you could wake up tomorrow and they ain't exactly the same way as they was the night before. They may not be able to do the same things, say the same things, react the same ways. And when that happens, a lot of us look around like, oh, I don't like this. This ain't how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with it when it's not how it used to be? And you loved how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And you're not able to change with that person and love them through this tough times. And I feel like it's hard, but I think I've always been aware of that with you and anybody. Like I do recognize that you're not always gonna be exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've always known that.
Yeah, but you used to always be so angry that I was changing, and you would yell like, "I'm still the same. I'm
Hmm.
still the same person. Blah 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 blah. I'm not changing. You changing." So to
Hmm.
hear you say this, I'm like, it's an interesting perspective. Like I feel like I say you act like currently
Hmm.
you do act like you're okay with change, but to
Hmm.
hear you say it, it's just very different for me
Wow.
because you don't really talk about it. Like you spent so many years talking about it's like it as a negative thing.
You want me to elaborate? You want me to elaborate? You want me to let you know what happened? Because I
Sure.
could let you know what happened. Because real talk, let me tell you something, right? I ain't perfect. And if you guys, for anybody that's listening, like, trust me, man, you could get with somebody and you think it's gonna be one way and it ain't that way. And with you, I thought certain things were gonna be one way. You know what I'm saying? And you were changing. You don't want to go out as much. You don't want to do certain things. You know what I mean? Yeah, mama, nah, you ain't bending it backwards every 5 seconds and all that. Maybe it's every 7 seconds now or eight. But I feel like a lot of that, to be honest, is because I'm in this two-sided thing where it's like everything that I wanted from you means a whole lot, but everything that I have with you now means just as much, if not more. You see what I'm saying? So, like, I've been married to you for multiple years now. I've been sick and you took care of me. You're not been well and I took care of you. We had a family together. We lost children together. We raised children together. We made money together. We lost clients together. We took risks together. We lost family members together that live with us. So I've been angry for a lot of things that you didn't become. And I've been angry with that. And I wanted you to be like that because that's what, in some aspects, I thought was advertised. That's what I expected. But I have to be okay with change because even though certain things didn't happen, I would never take away all the things that you've become for me. So I feel like I've slowly kind of turned to God where, unlike some people, I've stayed with you. Some people might cut it when it's like, oh, well, it's not exactly as I expected. Forget this. I'm out. They don't get to see what it was going to become. Sometimes things can become something even greater than what you expected it to be. You see what I'm saying? So to me, that's what's happened with you. Now, does it mean that certain things I don't still want? No, it doesn't mean I'm not human and I wouldn't be angry at certain times because, yeah, like I left my country and came out here with you. I thought you was like the mad super wild girl and you was like semi wild girl. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, okay. But a lot has happened since then. And you're like my life partner. And that's the difference. Like you're like truly my partner in life in so many ways that I appreciate what you are now. You know what I'm saying? What we've become. So no, I'm not like perfect with change or anything like that. I haven't changed a whole lot, but I'm sure I've changed in some ways. But I ain't changed a whole lot. And you changed fresh. You went and got baptized early. You know what I mean? You want to stop doing certain things, you know what I mean, health wise and all of that. And I weren't with it for a long time. So it caused natural divide because you want to go one way and I don't really want to go that way. And I like myself. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that could happen. Like when you're with your spouse and they start wanting to be a different type of way and they want to make different types of decisions and they don't want to do the same things y'all used to do, it could feel like they don't like you the same. But that ain't the case. They just want to be a different type of person and you're with them. So you're going to be impacted by it. But it doesn't mean they don't want to be with you. They just want to be with you in different ways and do different things. So I think I understand that. You know what I mean? And last but not least, I wouldn't want you. I'm a very loyal person. Like you're like a footy cause person. I'm like footy person. That's just how I feel. But like I would never want you to look around and be like, he ain't have my back. So I don't really have a choice. I wouldn't want you to say that about me. I wouldn't want you to be in some situation and really need your friend that was on the ground sitting with you in the dark, and you be like, "Yo, you weren't there for me because I didn't do something you wanted." Like I'm a very serious person. You got what I'm saying? So like I don't really have that much of a choice. Like I'm not one of those people that would just walk out on somebody. I don't. So I wouldn't want you to I wouldn't want you to do that to me. I wouldn't want you to look at me and like I take a pride that you could say like out of everybody in the world, no matter what you do, I'm got your back. I take pride in that. You can go smack 50 grandmamas in church. I'ma still have your back. I'ma still have your back and I'm gonna go right to court and tell everybody how great you are. You were being cool telling everybody how bad I am because I smacked 50 grandmas because that's how you are. Yes, you would.
Don't
Yes,
do
you
that.
would. You're a
No.
40 cores type of person. We know this already. It's okay.
Well, if you
But
smack 50 grandma.
listen, everybody, look, we're not, listen. Listen, I always talk to Randy about this. You got people that's loyal for the cause and you got people that's loyal for the person. And there's nothing wrong with either. But you're loyal for the cause, which is like, hey, if something's wrong, it's wrong. And I don't care who did it. I don't care if it was my mother, my brother, my husband, or whatever. It's wrong. And I'm going to treat them the same way as if a stranger did it. I'm not like that.
I don't know if that's accurate, but I hear you though.
I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me. So with everything, I would just always want you to know, like, I kept it real for you. That's all. No matter what you do, you've been wrong with things. I don't sell you out. I don't go to your friend or your family member and be like some other cornballs and be like, oh wow, you know what she said was not really right. Like I don't do that. Like I'll be sitting there pretending like you was 100% right. Cause I'm your, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Everybody needs that. You know what I mean? So that's just how I am. But yeah, I've been, I ain't always like change and I didn't expect certain things that you changed. I didn't expect you to, I didn't expect to get out here and things not be, 100% the way that I thought it was gonna be, and that was tough. And I was younger too. But I've been through a lot with you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I feel like that's one of the challenges too with long distance relationships
Yeah.
because you don't see the person every day.
Nah.
So you get to see each person's the best foot forward.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Man, you're not there long distance. We gonna keep it real and spicy today. But man, you're not there and you're doing long distance. You would never know that the girl out there that's telling you that she's just waiting for you to come from Bermuda to be with her is out there checking a whole bunch of dudes. Oh, sorry. Did I say
Who's
that out
checking a
loud?
whole bunch of dudes?
I mean, who?
I was talking to one other
It
person.
wasn't one. It
Just-
wasn't one. You don't even know. That's what I'm saying. You don't even know. You don't even know because even if I try to get a number, all you're gonna sit there and say is, "Well, we weren't together." There you go. So but when you was on the phone, you was letting me know that you couldn't go nowhere, you couldn't do nothing because I wasn't there, and you was so heartbroken.
But that's how I felt though.
Is it?
Yes.
That was how you felt when you weren't at your friend's house, because I'm sure you weren't at their house having that conversation in front of them. Maybe you were. Maybe you were. Hey.
All right. That's enough.
Nah, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? We've been through some real stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, the truth is out there. You know everything.
I know.
So,
I'm
and
sure.
hopefully I know everything about you
I
too.
mean, hey, what is there to know? Ain't nothing to know with me. I don't be doing a lot.
Yeah, you say that. You be the one doing the most.
I don't be doing a lot. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody been checking for me since, kid number 3.
They be checking for you.
They don't be checking nothing but basenaccounting.com if they need the taxes done. That's it.
Nah. They be checking.
They don't be checking nothing. You know what you're talking about.
Okay.
But anyway, how you doing, baby?
Woo.
How you doing? What's up? What's up? We gonna have to re-record this? No, just playing.
Nope.
Not at all. No, but anyway, we got off track, but real relationship conversation. If y'all please don't listen to this podcast and then hang up the phone, hang up the close the podcast and go call your wife and be like, hey, I want to have a baby, girl. Why you ain't been saying, you know what I mean? Or hey, you said that you was getting rid of this dress when I bought it. You don't never don't take the positive out of it, guys. Don't let this spark any drama. Cause me and Randy, even with all this real conversation, we love each other and we reflecting on the good and bad times, the challenges, and we here together and we could talk about it. You know what I mean?
And the moral of the story is work it out with your spouse.
I think we do that well.
I think so too.
I think we do that well. You know what else helps us? Which is the love part, because love is stronger than anything. You know what else helps us? No matter what happens, I could be so mad. Within like an hour or two, I want to hug.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I want to show you love.
We don't normally stay mad long.
Not at all.
And now I've kind of like gotten better because I let it go on. I'm like,
I heard you apologize the other day. I appreciated that. I don't know exactly what it was, but you came up and you was like, I'm sorry. I was like, yeah.
He's wearing me down. He's wearing me down.
I appreciated that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I was quick to apologize too, even if I didn't know if I was wrong or not. But it's just you opened that door, so I appreciated that.
We don't go to bed mad. It's not even a rule. It's just
It just don't happen.
It just don't really happen. We work through things pretty quickly. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the solution is there is no solution, but we love each other.
Mm-hmm.
We'll table it and come back to it later.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now, this episode so far, if you've been enjoying this, yo, make sure you follow Dex and Randy on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We just keep it real on our show, as you can see. About today's, we're talking about relationships, but me and Randy, I'm said it many times, but you can learn so much from us, and we can learn from you because we have done pretty much everything together, and I feel like we just getting started. But from relationship, friendship, business, finances, children, having children, not having children, you know what I mean? Side pieces. That's more Randy's thing.
uh-uh.
no,
If
no,
I'm
but
single, it's not a side piece.
okay, all
Thank you.
right, okay. We can leave that there, let that breathe. You know what I'm saying? Randy, hey, look, if you do Randy wrong though, Randy goes for the cutthroat. I'm gonna have to give y'all a story another day. It's too spicy. But if you do it wrong, this is a good woman. Let me tell you something. If you got a good woman at him, she could be the greatest woman in the world. But just be careful. Be careful, because look, everything in life is good and bad. If your woman really loves you, like, think about how me and Randis tapped in right now. We're having these deep, in-depth conversations. We're so real with each other. What kind of ammunition do you think this woman has got on me? You know what I'm saying? Like, she could probably switch it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Girl, do you know what? And I'll be walking down the street wondering why everybody's laughing. Now, I'm just, just be
Whatever.
careful. First of all, she's the financial guru. I don't know where the money's at. Let's think about it. You know what I mean? I mean, if this thing don't work out, I'll go try to buy some fries. Decline. You know what I mean? Cars won't be working. All of a sudden, I go to the dentist. No insurance. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's a lot of trust here. It's a lot of trust here. You know what I mean? A lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, I appreciate your trust.
Of course.
Yeah,
I
I
trust
got
you with
you.
everything. I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
you. Yeah,
yeah.
you got me. With them big life insurance policies. You sure do got me
Yeah,
right where you need me, I guess.
I got your mother too.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was out of nowhere. Oh boy.
Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Hey, I'm pulling the truth out of you today.
Whatever.
Okay.
I love you very much. I'm
I-
committed to you.
You love my
What's
mama
mine
too?
is yours. Yeah,
I know.
absolutely. Can't you
Yeah.
tell?
She sure love you every 5 minutes. Bring, hey, I'm at the store. I'm getting milk now. Hey, y'all be talking all the time, but I appreciate that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, I
But
appreciate the relationship.
yeah,
It's changed a lot.
I think we could teach people a lot about relationships, though, man. But you know what? One thing, hold up, real quick though. A lot of these things that we're telling you, we not experts, but we actually got help from people along the way. You know what I'm saying? So like, we met this couple at church one time years ago, and they used to have this thing on like Saturday mornings where you come and you have like coffee and it'd be like a whole lot of other couples there. And we would watch the seminar with
Mm-hmm.
the guy, and it was like literally teaching you how to
Be married.
be married. Like, it sounds crazy, but like, if you go do something you never did before, how do you get ready to do it? You never did it before. So a lot of y'all, you want to get married. I guess this is your relationship podcast, but like, you love somebody so much, you've been dating them, you're having a good time, they make you feel good, they fine or whatever. You want to spend the rest of your life with them, but you ain't never spent the rest of your life with nobody before, so you don't know how to do it. How do you plan for something you never did before? Usually you train, you practice, but how do you practice marriage? How do you train for that? Well, you kind of need to go around people that's did it, that's been there before. You need to go tap in. Marriage originates from God. Like, you have to tap into. You got to get advice. You got to plan. Like, you have to be taught. You know what I'm saying? And I do think we had these moments where we'll learn things that's helped us out. Like with the Saturday morning things. One thing that we got from there was the 30 seconds.
We didn't get that from that.
Yes, we did get it from the 30 seconds. Yes, we did. We got it from whatever the names are, Jan and John or whatever. That's where
Are
they
you
got it from.
sure?
One
I
thousand
thought we got
percent.
that from your grandmother.
Absolutely not. My grandma ain't never heard nobody for no 30 seconds. That was from Jan and John. Guaranteed. I remember. They talked about it, and they talked about how a whole day would go by and sometimes you don't even have 30 seconds uninterrupted with your spouse. I never forget.
Mm.
That's where it came from. So now in the mornings, And I can tell you, if if I wake up and Randy's already dressed, so ask me all these questions about the to-do list and stuff, I'm irritated. But we will sit down, we hold each other for 30 seconds and just let it be quiet.
Yeah.
And it makes a difference. But that's definitely where we came from. I'm completely sure of
Okay.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
we do that every morning, and then sometimes throughout the day too.
Right. You just take a moment, like,
30 seconds.
you guys might be like, 30 seconds, what are you talking about? You'd be surprised. You're with somebody, you'll go a whole week married to this person, and you ain't literally sat and held this person uninterrupted, like not distracted by your phone or nothing, like literally just been in their presence for 30 seconds. You ain't did it. But we do that. And it does make a difference. Like turn the TV off, don't talk about nothing, just hold each other, whatever. 30 seconds.
30 second
It's like a
rule.
connection point. You know what I'm saying? So what
Yeah.
had that?
I think that, I was laying in the bed, or I would think I was laying on you,
Mhm,
and we weren't doing 30 seconds, but I was just
mhm.
laying on you, and I was thinking, it's so nice that we still embrace.
Yeah. You gotta go somewhere with that, or
Well, yeah, I am gonna go somewhere. I had to think about it, but when I was getting my car worked on, Dexter and I are kind of touchy feely, so we have public displays of affection. So I was getting my car worked on, and we were waiting to pick it up,
mhm.
and we were just outside, like laughing, hugging, embracing each other. And the mechanic working on my car, when I went to pay, he was like, Miss Basden, how long y'all been married? You and Mr. Basden been married? I was like, almost 10 years now. He was like, oh, it's so refreshing to see y'all in love and touching each other because my wife don't touch me no more. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, uh-huh,
Okay.
thank you.
Crazy. Crazy.
so so it is nice. It
Mm,
is nice. I feel like our marriage is healthy because we're still embracing, we're still intimate. Life is good. We enjoy
mhm,
each other. We still date. We travel
mhm.
together. Yeah. I love you.
I love you too. And let me tell y'all something. This is not a superficial thing. This is a real thing. If you want your wife or your husband, you know what I'm saying, to still want to embrace you after 10 years, you can look 10,000 times different than you did 10 years before. Now, listen, it's true. It's true. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If mama had the famous mac and cheese, recipe, and you had it since a kid, and then all of a sudden you go over a house after a couple of years and it's all burnt and dry, and you can be like, bro, like this mac and cheese is terrible. I don't want to eat it. So if you go get married and your wife is fine, you know what I mean? She's wearing nice clothes and smelling good. And then 10 years later, your wife's put on 150 pounds, half the time not washing herself. You know what I mean? Don't put on no smell goods. Is always just sitting around flicking through Netflix and farting. It's like, why do I want to embrace you? Like, is there any like we be testing our love for each other too much? Like, I could touch off my woman because my woman fine. When she walks by, I'm gravitated to touch her, not just because I have this intangible love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's there. It's appealing to me. I want to touch this woman. It's easy. Some people it ain't so easy for them. You know what I mean? Like, we're any humans, you know. You might love that man deep in your heart. You guys moved all the way back to seventh grade together. But if he looked like complete trash, most of us don't want to pick up trash and play with it.
Oh,
We don't. He can't fall off like that. You have to care enough about yourself and your spouse to keep yourself as something that they will be attracted to. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the truth. I could tell you that, even though you like, you probably think I'd be tripping or whatever, but like I take you somewhere and I know that based on how you look, other guys in there is gonna want to smash. I feel good. I feel great. You got what I'm saying? I feel great. But if I'm walking you in a club or a lounge somewhere And every single guy is just like, excuse me, ma'am. They're just trying to get past your big ass. Like they just,
Hey, we gotta keep it
I'm sorry, they
clean.
just trying to get past your larger self. Excuse me, sorry to bump into you. Sorry. Like that's not the same. It's like a confidence that I get because my woman look good and my woman is good. You don't just look good, you are good. You know what I mean? You just demand presence in the room because you're smart, you confident, you got money, you dress well. You've been improving on that. You know the makeup is there. You smell like everything's right, so it's easier. You know what I mean? So take care of yourself. You owe it to your spouse to take care of yourself. You know what I mean? You got one spouse for the right. You get married. It's like you're asking somebody to do the same thing over and over again. Well, you know how good that mac and cheese would have to be to eat it every day of your life? That recipe has to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. Like it's every day the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta spice it up. Gotta switch it, use a different type of cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like put a little different seasoning in it. Maybe one day you bake it in a pan. The next day you make mac and cheese cups. Put it in little cups. You know what I'm saying? Like do something. But it has to be appealing. So, I think that's one thing we do too. You're laughing. I'm serious though.
Cause you funny.
I'm serious though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not so bad. Like check this out. If I go out if I go out right now, I'm married, and every single woman that's out there single looks 10 times better than my wife, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. But that's not the case. These single women in your age group, they don't even look because they've been out there drinking. They've been wine coolering it up for 10, 15 years straight, leaving the baby at the babysitter. And now they just run through. And they don't even look that good. They all miserable. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you're like
Not all.
a lot. Not all. Let me not say all for all y'all listen. I'm 38. I'm not miserable at all. I'm not talking about you. But a lot of y'all like take care of yourself. That's the message. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself for you. Take care of yourself for your spouse. And that helps keep the interaction between y'all too, because you're doing some of those things that attracted them to you in the first place. And that's important. You know what I'm saying? Just like when Randy came, I probably told you about this, but just when I was working that day and Randy came, touched my stomach and was like, "You're not yourself." I wasn't. I got a video out there. It looks like I'm stuck on the slide, like I couldn't even get off the slide. Randy probably wasn't touching me a whole lot back then. You know what I'm saying?
That's when I got pregnant though with baby number 4.
You see why she may not want to go back. That's a joke. That's a joke. Chill. You know what I'm saying? But nah, we gotta take care of ourselves. Anyway, last thing I want to talk about real quick. We can pivot
You are
away.
so
We
interested.
can pay. We can pivot away from all that.
You're very passionate about that topic.
About what? What topic?
Just taking care of yourself and looking good and
Well, hey,
I feel like I could do so much better. That's why I'm just like, wow, you really think that about me?
I do. I
Wow.
do. You know what I'm saying? But like I say that truthfully because things do pop up. I'm gonna keep it real. Things do pop up. Women come around, the temptations and stuff. But like, I could literally think all the time, be like, "Yo, I got this fine old woman at hand. Like, she fine, fine." You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just makes it easier. You know what I mean? If anything, the only thing that does come to mind is, hey, she could probably come here with us. But that's because we do everything together. We just leave that alone. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
Carry
anyway,
on. Yep.
anyway, you know what I mean? The thing I wanted to finish off with today is I'm excited for the future of our business next year. We was talking about year end. We got some decisions we got to make as a business. You know what I mean? But sometimes decisions are scary, but they could also be exciting. But the good thing is, in short, our business is growing and we got to make sure we're ready for where we could feel and see that it's going. You know what I'm saying? So we're gotten some new clients, which we're excited about. But even more than that, we can see, and as we're thinking about what next year looks like, we anticipate with God's blessing it's going to be even better than this year, you know. And we want to continue. We always self-reflect to make sure we're the best versions of ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And I know over the next month or so we're going to be looking at how we do things again, seeing what we can improve on, you know what I'm saying, looking at stat, like everything. And but I think it's a good problem to have. I'm excited to do it. I'm excited about next year and what we're trying to do. I know we're going to go through the financials and put some financial goals together for ourselves, just like we do for our clients. You know, so I'm excited to do that with you. But you know, outside of that, I'm just feeling good. I feel blessed, and we you are going to be back at it again in 2025. We're going to grow this podcast. You're going to grow this community here because, as you can see, me and Randy be going through ups and downs, yo. That's life. That's what we bring on the podcast. Like everything we talked about is just real life. Like it's real life. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute we look good, 1 minute we don't look good, 1 minute we got money, 1 minute we don't got money. 1 minute you want a kid, 1 minute you're not ready to have a kid. One person thinks that that time is past, the other person still wants to try. Like it's all part of life. Like relationship, you know what I'm saying? Bringing up things that make somebody comfortable, not comfortable. Like, but the whole time on this podcast, we're communicating. That's what we encourage you to do. Communicate. Communicate with your wife. Communicate with your husband. Let them know how you feel. No matter if you already know exactly what they're going to say, because that's my problem. Let them say it. You know what I'm saying? But that person that you love, that relationship will die without communicating with them. It's going to die. So you have to keep communicating. And one thing I've learned in counseling is sometimes when you communicate and it don't work, you gotta leave it alone and come back to it. But you don't leave it. You come back to it. You come back to it at a different time. You come back to it in a different way, a different approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I think I said this before, but like I had gotten some homework from counseling one time when it was talking about, um, where we see the business and like my career. And, I told you all about this. Like Randy always was talking about my job and how I'm always stressed and how I ain't got time for this. And it was always negative. And then the counselor told me, they was like, well, have you ever sat down with your wife and asked her, what does she really think about your career? And what does she think about you as a professional? Have you asked her that? I was like, not like that. She was like, well, why don't you ask her, what does she really think about you as a professional? Most of the things you had to say were positive things. How smart I was, how you think that I could be making even more money, all these great things about myself. It wasn't a negative. But we had talked about me and working so many times, but I always perceived it as a negative for the things I wasn't doing until I sat down and talked to you about it in a different way. And then all of a sudden, I walked away from that conversation like, oh, you think I'm great. You see what I'm saying? And I would have missed that completely. So you be needing help. What else? I think I lost my thought there. But anyway, well, what's up?
Nothing. I'm just
Uh,
listening.
but anyway, yo, we love y'all. Make sure you follow our podcast, the Dex and Randy Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify. You can follow us on Instagram, the Dex and Randy Show. You can follow us on TikTok, the Dex and Randy Show. You can follow us on YouTube, the Dex and Randy Show. This is our T-shirt. I hope y'all love it. We wore this at the Friendsgiving. That's me. Randy's in the middle. I'm holding her, trying to keep her down from tripping on me. You know what I'm saying? But she looks real happy. Are you happy?
I'm
You look
very
happy in
happy.
this picture.
I'm
You know what I'm
happy.
saying? You ain't got nothing ready for me after we cut off this podcast,
No,
do
no,
you?
no, no, no. I'm
No.
straight.
But
I'm just happy that we're recording.
yeah, for sure. But anyway, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. For everybody that's been following us from our very first episode, we love y'all. Stick with us. Anybody who's just hearing it today, if you enjoyed our podcast, tell somebody about it. Like we want to build this community, and we really believe that ain't nobody doing it like us. Like really talking about life, the good and bad, like us. We don't got the 5 things to do for success. We don't got the 10 things to do to talk to your spouse about having a baby. It don't work like that. Everything's different. Everybody's different. You got to be real about it, and we be real about it on our podcast. All right. Until next time, y'all. Peace. Make sure you follow the Dex and Randi Show on all platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on YouTube. Let us know what you're going through. This is the #1 show for going through the ups and downs of life. We want to hear from you, engage with you. Till next time. Peace.